Hey, Thomas here with another video from the Trackify lab on Saturday. I just successfully troubleshot a very challenging and strange situation of duplicate event counts on add to cart events. So when we dug into this, I showed you the other day how to get into the event debugger, and I'll post a link on this video as well so you can check that out again. When you're in the event debugger, this here is a screenshot from the event debugger, and you can see here these are all purchase events, and there's something strange going on. You can see here this top one has all the event parameters broken down for this purchase event right here, and it has a value here and so forth. But then the other ones down here, look at this, they don't have a full set of event parameters for the purchase events, and they also don't have any value here. These events were generated with the regular Shopify integration of the Facebook pixel. So we eliminated all other pixel sources and just zoomed into the standard Shopify integration of the Facebook pixel. And turns out what happens is that Facebook currently turns on automatically what they call the auto matching feature. And you can see that when you go into your events manager in Facebook, in your ad account, and you see the event lists here in the overview, and you see this funny symbol here, this weird atomic symbol, right? So for any events that have this symbol, there is some level of automated event matching going on. And so when you go in here, let's go into the purchase event and editing the details here. You can see some help here. You can see that automatically detected events that might be good candidates for tracking whatever it is that you might want to track with them are listed here. And the problem is that this section here, these were all checked, and nobody had manually enabled that. It was just something that happened automatically in Facebook settings. It was changed from one day to the other, and all of a sudden we had these largely inflated purchase counts in the reports and everywhere. So these were all checked, and you see what's going on here is they're detecting button clicks that are in the realm of near where the purchase happens. So here this says show order summary. That's a button click in the Shopify checkout steps. Hide order summary. That's also a weird link or button click inside the checkout steps. And then complete order. That is the last button click before the actual payment gets processed in the Shopify checkout steps. And when you can see this here, so the mapping, so these are the auto-detected button clicks that they found on the page in the checkout steps here. And then they dynamically matched or auto-matched these event types to that. And so you can see the automatically selected event type here was purchase. And these were all checked on. So that's exactly the events. That's the root cause of these extra events that didn't have any extra parameters and didn't have any values attached. The ones that I showed you in the first screenshot, right? That was created by these auto match settings. And that's obviously a bad thing, right? So check your settings, particularly if you're seeing funky numbers in your ads manager reports. Check your settings here and turn these things off for whatever looks inflated. Actually, you should just go through all of them, through all of the events that have this funny auto match symbol on here, and investigate. The add to cart button event, similar thing here, right? So in this case, it was these down here, these two were checked, and it was matching them as an add to cart event. And so that means what happened was anytime somebody clicked any of these additional buttons or links, they just fired an extra add to cart event, and in the other case, an extra purchase event. So go through these wherever you see the symbol here and make sure Facebook auto matching does not inflate your actual event tracking. There are actually 3 different ways that you can get to this and edit these events. So one way is this, what I just showed you. In the events manager, in the list here, just look for this symbol and click edit next to it, and then go in there and edit the settings. The other place is in the settings here. There are general settings, and when you scroll down here into the event setup, this right here, this list of things that are including some weird, action, clicks off, whatever, those are, you have to scrutinize them. I would encourage you to scrutinize them. Now, strangely, I thought up to now, I've usually found that if this button is set to off, track events automatically without code, if that's set to off, then these events are generally disregarded, but that was actually not the case. So it seems like there's either a bug or something, but just be careful, go through the list, make sure this is set to off, and inspect every single one of these and ask yourself, is this going to inflate my my conversion counts for whatever that auto-matched event type might be or not? And then make sure this is set to off so that Facebook doesn't mess around with it. Now, this is another example, in my opinion, for being kind of worried about having microdata enabled in your Facebook event, because all of this, the auto matching capacity, the automatic tracking of button clicks, and the automatic capture of the full product details from what's called the microdata event, that is all enabled by the microdata feature. So if you can suppress the microdata, I would seriously consider doing that, just so you are staying in control of what actually is tracked and what is considered an attribution and what kind of information Facebook captures from your store and what it does with it. I think we're kind of in the realm of, okay, well, it might be beneficial, but who the heck knows, right? Facebook does a whole bunch of things with our data and with your conversions that is not necessarily self-evidently beneficial to you or to your visitors in the store. So I would strongly consider actually fixing this whole problem just simply by turning microdata off. And you can do that in the Trackify Advanced settings and also in the Trackify X Advanced settings if you're a Trackify X user. So that's the third way to just eliminate this whole problem to begin with. Okay, so I hope this is useful, particularly if you're troubleshooting inflated purchase event reporting. Of course, we went into this. It took me actually a while to dig in and figure out why and how this all happens here. And I was glad that I was able to do it. But before that, the user had already contacted Shopify support, and they sent them to Trackify, and they had also already consulted with Facebook, and they also sent them to whoever is responsible for the Pixel integration, and blah blah blah. So everybody, all the support departments of the big guys, the big platforms, Facebook and Shopify, they always just push the buck. They always just kick the can down the curb and blame it on someone else, because they are essentially ignorant and they don't know the deep details about little changes that happen like that happen in Facebook, that happen in Shopify. And so whenever they can just send you away to someone else who can figure it out, they typically do that. And I think that's actually one of the main benefits of using Trackify or Trackify X, is that we do care about these details, particularly when they involve general changes to how Facebook interacts with the Facebook pixel and what they do with the data and how they all of a sudden make changes in the setup. So we always track that and trace that, and we're always interested in that, and that's why I dig into that for our users. So enough of the rant. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I hope this helps you find solutions faster to really complicated problems if you are on the outside of it and just trying to dig in. All right, take care. This is Thomas Bartke signing off.